Hi there, so we're going to look today, I'm looking at doodling again, and I've probably done this before, but it doesn't matter. I quite like, this is I put in the book, and it's one that a friend of mine showed me, and I really like it because it's, if you can't sleep or if you can't concentrate or you're anxious, you can really go to town with this. Okay, again, this is a part of the Creative Butterfly Project, CIC, who we're doing the Lioness project, the Lioness courses, sorry, funded by Safer Communities Fund, the West Yorkshire Police Commissioners Fund. So we set up some courses over the year, but due to the pandemic we've not been able to, so we've produced this book that was sent out to the participants and those who referred. So we're working through. Some have gone to Refugee Action, Bevan House Wellbeing Centre, Bevan Healthcare. They've gone to Windhill Community Centre. There's some Owlet Family Centre, part of the Early Help. We've also got some that have gone to Sharing Voices, and the In Touch Foundation have taken some to Keighley for various projects there, like Project 6, or anywhere that they do the Freedom Programme really as well. The Freedom Programme can be found online. It's for it's to look at perpetrators' behaviours, and you learn how to recognise red flags, that something doesn't feel quite right, and it's recognising some of those red flags. Really, really valuable thing to do. Anyway, so this worksheet, again, as I've said before, can be found on Facebook, on the Creative Butterfly Project Facebook page, which is public and it's accessible to anyone. It's free. So you're more than welcome just to have a look at it. You can just see as an idea. It's great. Kids can do this. It can be your own private. Like I said, this is really for you. I'm looking after you. If you want to share this with your kids, do. If you don't worry. This is definitely for you. You can experiment with all kinds of colours. If you haven't got felt tips, if you haven't got pencils, you can even do black and white. It looks really, really effective. So how I'm starting, I'm drawing a number 8. That's all I'm doing, right? So that's a number 8. It doesn't matter if it matches up completely. And then I'm going to draw another. I'm going to turn the page round actually. That's an easier way to do it. And then just overlap it. But I'll do a bigger one. Then I'll do this again and then overlap it. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm ending up with this, all these 8s. Oh, I'm getting bigger and bigger there. And I might do one more. I've lost sense of what I'm doing then. That's number 8. Right, so you can see that where they've crossed over, okay, I'm going to do a different pattern or different colour in each bit. I'm going to do it in black and white this time so you can see it, but you can do colour as well. So where the lines meet, right, where the lines meet is where you do a different colour or a different shape. Alright, so if I've done here, I might do, let's see, I'll do circles. So I might do half a circle. I'm not being precious about it, don't worry about making a mistake. So I've always fought against perfection. When you have perfection sort of demanded of you for whatever, that usually changes actually, so you're never really quite sure what perfection is, or it's an expectation, then your fear of making a mistake can cause enormous anxiety, and you exist in a day to try and avoid the mistake, so you can build up real sort of worries and concerns about things, because usually there was a repercussion, I think, in the past. But on this occasion, you know, if you make a mistake, it really doesn't matter, and you can fight that perfectionism. And I'll tell you something, the more you do it, the easier it is. You can say, well, you know, I had a go, it's fine, you know, have a word with myself, yeah, it's fine. I still suffer from perfection at times, but I do try to fight it, you know. So I've got that on there. Then this one I might do some stripes actually. So if you think of all the different patterns, okay, look. So wherever this ends up, alright, I also never try to put myself down on purpose, like saying, oh, you know, I can't think of this and I can't think. It's not about that, because I don't really want to put myself down over anything. I'm doing my best, I'm letting myself off, I'm not worrying too much. I can move the paper around. Now this one I could do zigzags, so I could do zigzags. I mean, even if you stuck to just these 3 sort of patterns would be fine, you know. I mean, can you imagine it be filled up pretty quick? See, and then I might just do lines with this one. So I've gone, it's not exact, but it doesn't matter, it's done the job. Can you see? Right? So I'm doing patterns here, patterns here, patterns here. And I tell you, when you can't sleep and when I'm rushing this, but when you can't sleep, you get right absorbed in it. You get really sort of fascinated about it. You just think, oh yeah, that can go there, and that can go. Like I said, I'm doing this quite quickly, but black and white, you can see it works. It does work with black and white. You could fill the whole page with 8s. You can just do a little bit, cut it out and put it on something. I like keeping stuff I've done because I can look back at it, even if at the time I'm thinking, oh, I'm not sure about it. I look back at them and I see it in a different way. And it's like I really recommend this, is if you've done something, okay, take a picture of it with your phone. If you've got a phone that has a camera and that, take a picture of it, look at it through the camera lens, because it really does look different. So when you've done it, you think, oh, that's not too bad actually. So that's a really good tip to do, and it just gives you that sort of distance to look at it a bit more objectively, like it's like someone else is looking at it maybe, but not judging it. I mean, just looking at it in a different way, really, I suppose. I've got here that you can draw it out in pencil and then do pen. I've done it straight to pen because I'm not worried about that. But if you really want to, just use a black pen or one colour pen. Don't use lots of different colours. Because this is your outline. So I think of the outline like fences. Imagine they're fences. So if you poured, well, not fences, what could I say? Like ridges. Imagine they're ridges, okay, and you poured a bit of paint into there. It wouldn't spread out, but it would keep in there like a swimming pool. It wouldn't pour out. So just fill in those bits like the fence, alright, like all the ridges. Okay, if you want to do colour, you can do a mixture. You could do that, alright. I've done loads of stuff. I can put examples on the Facebook page actually as well. People have done, you know, they can do all kinds of stuff. If you don't want to do 8s even as well, some people like doing different shapes. So some people do like these sort of shapes, like V's, and then overlapping. So you end up with a V like that. It looks a bit like a dragon's scales actually. But again, it can be, can you see? Alright, so there's that. It can be just sort of borders or lines. You could just do around a page. Or I'm a real fan of swirls, because I do like swirls like this, and I don't know why, I feel like it's musical or something to me, but I do like these. These are my ones. I tend to do a lot of these, and then sometimes I'll make these into little bobbles and then colour those ones with a felt tip or something. Alright, so you can do all kinds of different stuff. It's called doodling. It's only doodling. It's not like rocket science or anything. It's just like making it up as you go along sort of technique, really. So enjoy. Try it out. Try with the 8s first and just see what you think. You don't have to use a great big page. If you want, just use a little bit of a page or an edge of a book or edge of a notebook or something, and just see what you think. Just while you're doodling, watching TV or listen, if you can't sleep, just do it. It's you know, we've heard of mindfulness before. It interrupts those. There's a really good, wonderful woman who really inspires me. She actually called them thought interrupters, and I thought that was a great idea. Is the fact that you've got all these thoughts, you might not be able to sleep, or you're panicking a bit, and you need something to interrupt that thought. Even for a few seconds can help, and the more you do it, the easier it will just sort of diffuse it each time, or help it sort of be more manageable, so you can sleep and so you can focus. And that's mindfulness basically, isn't it? So enjoy just playing with shapes, playing with colouring in and dots, zigzags or block colours, whatever you want. You can look on Pinterest. They've got lots of they call them Zentangle, and on YouTube as well. That's where I've learnt some of them. So just have a look. There's quite a lot of different ones. Some of them are easier than others, I must admit. Some of them I have no idea, but other ones are fine. Alright, so enjoy.